Does Chris Rock really have a hatred for Michael Jackson? Because I kind of think he does. Hey, I'm back with another one. Thank you for listening to the current upload I did on Joanne Marie Payton, stating that Jaleel White threatened to fight her. I'm really thankful for those views. Please share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment, and support me on my road to 4,000 views on my channel so that I'll finally become monetized. So I want to talk about Chris Rock and his hatred towards Michael Jackson. I did a live on Monday where I discussed that Chris Rock is an agent of chaos. I basically answered yes. But I really went into a lot of his commentary dealing with Michael Jackson, even more so than the whole Will Smith situation. Now, I gotta be fair and honest. The way he went at Jada through the years was wrong. But even how he went at Jada does not compare to how he went at Michael Jackson in life and in the afterlife. This man made money, a killing of millions, off of talking about how this man molested children, how he was into little white boys, and how he said that he knew for a fact that Michael Jackson was going to go to prison, and he couldn't wait for him to go to prison. He wanted him to be convicted for something that majority of people knew for a fact he didn't do it. And even law enforcement, FBI, said he didn't do it. It was a zealous Santa Barbara DA's office that went after him twice. And in the end, he prevailed, as in Michael Jackson prevailed, because it was proven that he never molested those kids. Now, moving forward, Michael Jackson, we all know he passed away June 25th, 2009. It will be 13 years come June 25th that he's been no longer walking on this earthly plane. Now, my issue with Chris Rock is this. You talked about him while he was alive. Okay, let it go once the man passed away. Now, he spoke about him at the Hollywood Bowl, and I got this from a fellow YouTuber named Juan B. Shout out to him. And at the Hollywood Bowl, you can't film any of the comedians speaking, but you could talk about the jokes they said. So this one joke that Chris Rock stated was about R.Kelly. So he said, black people still listen to Michael Jackson. And how it went was, black people still listen to Michael Jackson, but they canceled R.Kelly. Michael Jackson did the same thing that R.Kelly did, but he got away with it. Raping those boys. Chris Rock is mad that Michael Jackson never went to jail. He's upset over it. And I believe that, and this is what I alluded to in my commentary. I said that I believe that Chris Rock was saying a lot of those things because he was told to do it. But I also believe he was doing it for a bigger come up. And had Michael Jackson been found guilty, he would have been rewarded. It's like the whole situation with Bill Cosby. The women and men who spoke bad about Bill Cosby, and when he was convicted, falsely convicted, by the way, many people came up. Now that the conviction has been thrown out, those very people's careers are going downhill. They were used as tools. I think they were going to award him a lot. But because Chris Rock had the staying power as it is, he had been in the comedy game for 20 years even more, like 21 years when the verdict was read as not guilty on all 10 counts. It was like, okay, you're going to be good, but you're never going to be a superstar like Eddie Murphy. And that's what happened. And it's funny because Steve Harvey started coming up right after that, mainstream, and Steve Harvey has always been a defender of Michael Jackson. They were actually friends. Chris Rock is vicious for this. And Chris Rock needs to be called out. He's talked about this man way more than Jada. And I do believe that Will Smith got tired of it. He did what he did because he was sick of him and his mouth. And I'm not going to speak about the whole Will Smith thing anymore unless Will Smith makes the headlines for something totally different. But I'm sure that Michael Jackson was hurt by this man basically talking about him bad and believing these lies. Because Michael Jackson said, I think Chris Rock is funny, but my favorite comedians are Chris Tucker, Steve Harvey. He loves Steve Harvey. But it was all like, why does he have to be vicious with it? Even Michael questioned his motives. Like, why are you hating on me? He even invited him to his home. And Chris Rock said he didn't feel comfortable. He was scared of the Jack in the Box. And then he didn't like the fact that Michael had on eyeshadow and red lipstick. So he ran off. A couple of years ago, he even said that Michael Jackson was the Michael Jackson of drugs. Now, let's put this in context. You're saying that because he did propofol, which he did it for stress, because of all the pain that you helped to contribute with those false allegations of molestation, you're saying that Michael Jackson was the Michael Jackson of drugs. He got high. First of all, Michael Jackson never took heroin, cocaine, crack, ecstasy. He never did speed. He never did angel dust. He never took acid, okay? The only thing he did was take pain medication, i.e. propofol, and then pain pills because of his lupus. He had lupus. And then when he was burned, where he almost died from that, he had to take something to not just relieve him pain, but be able to perform and travel, you idiot. So that's why. And propofol is not the drug of drugs, because you can't even get high. In order to get propofol, you have to get prescriptions of those things. And even with propofol, drug addicts will tell you that they don't even touch it, because they don't see drug addicts. The one thing that they don't want to do, they don't want to feel like they're having an out of body experience. Okay. They want to feel high, but they want to be able to know that they're still inside of themselves. Okay. Propofol, for him to take propofol, he was taking it because the pain was so bad. He needed something to smooth him out. And in those last 2 years, it was bad. It was bad. He wasn't eating. He was frail. The stress that the media put him through was horrible. But the thing that makes me angry is that you, Chris Rock, you contributed to that. And you didn't have to. And you're a dirty person for that. But see, what I want Chris Rock to do, since I spent money on his movies, both movie sales in the theaters and DVDs, and watched his comedy specials, I want him to talk about a white entertainer just like Michael Jackson. Just like he did Michael. And we'll see how that goes. And with that being said, it's your girl, Miss Ann Little Cool. I'm signing off. Like I said before, comment, like, subscribe, share. And if you would like to cash at me for any donations, I truly appreciate it. It's $ Bella Champagne 15. And the B and the C is capitalized. And I will talk to you soon. Thank you. Later.